We are now live. Oh shit, the camera's backwards. Yeah, get your food.
Yours is the deluxe, right?
Correct.
I got 6 watches.
Oh, can I use your phone to see like who's on the live? I'm gonna put it like right here.
Yeah.
Alright, we have 4 people in here.
Hello.
Hello everybody.
We're
getting set up.
Yeah, just muted.
Alright, these are our nuggets. So just pick out like
We'll try not to touch every single one, so that way we don't spread our germs. Oh, Jesus, there's so many of them. I'll take the
about 12, so you should have 6.
6. Jesus, I'm not gonna eat all this.
Alright, well, I'll eat it as well. Sauce. I told us to give them a bunch of Chick-Fil-A sauce.
I already have 2.
Here, take it.
Okay.
I'll put this bag up somewhere.
Put it right above the
Balance.
The balance.
Come on.
The balance. The balance. With mine.
Come on, no hands.
Alright.
What's up, everybody? How's it going? Hopefully you guys are enjoying this quarantine. As me and Ian start to dig into our Chick-Fil-A here, we'll just go through some topics to talk about. Do everything that we just been doing, because it's not much. So there's a lot to talk about. I have a lot to talk about. But to start off, I want to say thank you to Chick-Fil-A. You guys aren't sponsoring this video at all.
No, they are.
So Chick-Fil-A is sponsoring this, but not. Chick-Fil-A, if you're out there, I would like you to sponsor this. That would be dope. But I go to Chick-Fil-A, and mind you, like, Chick-Fil-A is like somewhat expensive, because let's be real.
Yeah.
We go to Chick-Fil-A, or I go to Chick-Fil-A, and I get up to the window after my order, and they were like, sorry, our machine's malfunctioned. And at that moment, I was like, well, shit. Like, here goes the whole show.
The whole
like, I'm gonna have to cancel it. But then they're like, the machine's malfunctioned, so the meal is on us. And I was like, what? I was like, all this for free? And they were like, yep, for free.
You didn't get a little bit either.
No, this came out to like $23, I'm pretty sure. And that's why, like, I really think Chick-Fil-A is like the best fast food place.
It's definitely up there. In terms of like service, it's got to be number 1.
It has
like
to be.
It's like a meme. Like all the stories on Twitter of like the people. Like there's one I saw, like a guy in the drive-thru was having like a heart attack or something, and the guy in the drive-thru jumped through the window, called 911, and like did all the, I don't know what you do when someone's having a heart attack, but he did it. And like changing tires for people. It's like service, they definitely
Chick-Fil-A is insane, and
their food's good. I do.
And although on the way home my truck was making a new sound that I had no clue what it was, and you can attest to this.
Yeah.
It was not coming from my engine. It was coming from the bed of my truck.
It sounded like it was coming like a not a scraping, but like
it was like a
rat. Like
you know
a
when like
spinning.
you know when like back in the old days you had like your Razor scooter.
Yeah.
And you would like
no idea.
You break it so much that the wheel starts to form into like a square, basically.
Yeah, it's like a
and
block.
then you go down the street and it's like it literally sounded like that. So maybe my truck's doing something with the Razor scooters.
Yeah.
All right, so let's kick this off. So welcome to the first show. I'm really just doing this just to like make you guys have something to do in quarantine, and it's good for me because I get to see, and also I have the tape measure of truth, and if we were to measure this out real quick, that is 6 feet away.
6 feet.
6
so
feet.
we're like close. I can move like an inch to the left. Now I'm actually like just in frame. So like
Yeah.
we're staying here.
So we're
like,
6 feet.
We're 6 feet. We'll stay at 6.
And so yeah, so let's get this show going. So
Yeah.
I'm here with Ian. As you know, if you guys follow my Finster stuff like that, did you bring home Bill? No, sorry, Dad. I didn't bring home food for you. If you want, you can have some of these waffle fries. My dad's on this show. Let's go.
Let's go.
Steve-O's upstairs. I don't know what he's doing. So anyways, Ian's my roommate. We've been roommates since freshman year of college, and it was actually kind of funny when we figured out that we were going to be roommates.
Yeah, we had like, I don't remember what it was exactly, but when we both found out we were going to Wentworth, like it wasn't like before, we didn't talk that like much in high school before we figured out we were
we were friends.
We were friends.
Like when we saw each other, we would be like,
we talked.
yeah, we would talk.
But like it wasn't like, hey,
I think it was wasn't it like the student council room during lunch?
Yeah, yes, during lunch.
So each day we would go into lunch, and then all the seniors, they would sit in like the student council office to eat lunch. Just don't have to be bothered by the like stupid freshmen or whatever.
Yeah. Just annoying.
And we were just talking about like where we were going to college, and Ian said Wentworth, and I was like, oh, well, I'm going to Wentworth. And he's like, oh, cool. I was like, you want a room together? He's like, sure. So that's how it happened.
Yeah, that's the story.
And I've actually come to figure out that me and you are like the same person, but we live totally two different lifestyles.
Yeah, like...
And it can really be prominent in how messy our room is. Because if you were to walk into our room, there would be a fine line between my side and his side. And you could tell because his side would just be covered in clothes.
Yeah.
And even when my side like wasn't as clean as it should be, you could just tell.
Well, you had laundry chair.
I had laundry chair. Laundry chair is key in college.
And, like he would do the smart thing and like toss all his clothes onto like dirty clothes that he just didn't feel like going through at the moment on his chair. And I started doing that. Like every time I'd clean my room, I'd start doing that, and then I'd eventually get to the point like waking up with like 5 minutes to get ready.
Yeah.
Just tossing everything around my room. Just like he was never there for it. Like this past semester, really, because he already had classes before me. I was blessed to have like my earliest class be 11 o'clock, and I'd always wake up with not enough time, and then just tossing things around, and then I'd come back and see our room, my side of the room, a wasteland. But I'd say that's a very like just looking at our rooms is
a moment that I have a top moment of us living together.
Oh, really?
I do, and it's the drawer scenario. So let me explain the drawer scenario. Dad, if you're on here, you're gonna listen to this.
Yeah.
Alright, so
this was the
freshman year, we're moving in. I get to the room first, and we lived in a suite, so we lived in like a suite of 9 people. But me and Ian shared our own like double bedroom. And so we move in, my mom, my dad came with me, and it was time for me to pick which side of the room I wanted. And I wanted the left side because the left side was near the desk, but the desk was near the window. And so I wanted like the more daylight, and I'm sorry to you, but I don't know.
No, whatever. You got there first.
Yeah.
Also, the key thing was the door opening.
Oh, yes.
The door opened on the right side. So every time I'd be like getting ready in the mirror, or like standing in my closet space, someone would open the door and I'd get hit with the door like 50 times throughout the year. Like I got hit with the door. And it happened again this year too, but it's whatever.
So anyways, I'm getting into my room and I really want this side, but I noticed that there's a drawer missing on my desk. Like we had 2 drawers. There was like a top drawer and then a bottom like bin drawer. And so I'm like, dang, I really want this side, but this side's missing a drawer. And so my dad, being the clever one that he is, was like, shh, don't tell him. And proceeds to take the top drawer out of what would be Ian's desk and put it into mine. And I was like, Dad, that's kind of fucked up. I was like, that's kind of fucked up. And he was like, he's like, he doesn't have to know. And I was like, okay. Ian gets to college. He's like, damn, I'm missing a drawer. And I'm like, yeah, tough
drawers, man.
And talk about how you figured out.
All right, yeah. So I went through the whole and this needs to be added that, like, the RA came and was like, is there anything wrong with the rooms? I'm like, yeah, I'm missing a drawer. And she's like, okay, like, we'll get you a drawer. And so I never get that drawer. Like, a couple weeks, 3 weeks passed, and I send her an email. I'm like, listen, I still never got that drawer. She's like, weird, I put the report in. I'll put another report in to remind them to get you your drawer. Never got the drawer. Somewhere around, like, near winter break, before we went to winter break, we were walking to go to the C-store, which is like a convenience store for our school. And we walked past this storage closet, except we're going up the stairs and there's a window to the storage closet. And I look into the window and I just see stacks on stacks on stacks of drawers. And I just get so angry because, like, I can see what I need right there and just no one's giving it to me. Just no one's giving it to me. I put in another report. I never got the drawer. And I just, like, it got to the point where I was so bitter about it, like, I just ignored it. I stopped opening it was the middle drawer. I stopped opening my bottom drawer, just shoved my arm through the hole.
Like,
You could just see right through it. But, so, how I find out about this saga, about how this whole time I was wormed, we were in New Hampshire. We were in New Hampshire, right? Was that when you told me?
it was like the last week of school.
Oh, yes! Oh, I thought you told me in New Hampshire. No, we told everybody else in New Hampshire.
Yeah.
We told them. No, so it was I was playing Madden. I remember it now. I was playing Madden, and he was like, Jack goes, Ian, I have something to tell you. And I thought, like, he was, like, going to tell me something super serious that's going on, or something. Like, I was like, oh, okay, like, what's going on, man? And he goes like, I'm going to need you to sit down. I'm already sitting down. And I'm like, I already got that, Jack. He closes the door, and he goes, I was going to wait to tell you this until, like, we were graduated, and, like, at the ceremony, I was going to tell you this, but I can't hold it in anymore. And I was like, oh my God, what is going to happen? And that's when he lays it all out on, he's like, the day we moved in, and I'm like, not picking up on it. I'm like, okay. He goes on and on. He's like, and I really wanted this side. I'm like, okay, Jack, you got the side, and I have no problem. Like, what's going on? And then he goes, the problem was my desk was missing a drawer, and that's when I lost it. I lost it. I got up, and I was just like, I can't believe this is happening.
What?
I can't believe this is happening to me. My roommate.
But then I told him that it wasn't me. It wasn't me. It was my dad.
Yeah, but it makes the story 10 times better.
Yeah,
it makes it funny. Like, if it was just me being bitter about never having a drawer, but this whole, like, that's so funny. Yeah, that's got to be up there for some of our best.
So that was my top moment.
I didn't prepare a top moment.
Nah, don't worry.
Yeah, okay.
I'm moving on. Like, what have you been doing during this quarantine?
Oh my
time?
God. Nothing. Like, nothing. It's been atrocious. Like,
what's the daily life of the
Okay, I wake up at 10:55 and I'm like, oh God, I have a Zoom lecture in 5 minutes. And then I'm like, oh, it's just a Zoom lecture. So I open my laptop. At my desk, sit at my desk, wait for it to start, sit through it. That's only on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, by the way. Tuesdays are even worse. So, I sit through that. Sometimes, like today, I fell asleep today during my lecture and woke up being the last person in the Zoom and my professor being like, Ian, do you have any questions? And I just closed the browser. I just closed it. I didn't say anything. I was like, I'm not dealing with this anymore. But go through the lectures. It's been a lot of Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
Been play some Civ, you know, like
big Civ.
Big Civ.
I'm learning.
He's learning. I'm learning. He's getting the hang of it, slowly but surely.
I am. I turned Greece around single-handedly. Single-handedly, I turned Greece around. But so a question I have is, like, do you think human interaction is going to be harder when we come out of quarantine? Because, like, I can't already, like.
Yeah.
Like, talking to girls is like a challenge. Like, let's be honest here. Like, talking to girls is like a real challenge. Dad, if you're on here, can you shut our dog up, please? Hopefully you guys can't hear that.
Talking to girls is a challenge.
Yeah, talking to girls is a challenge. But I haven't had really much interaction with, like, this is the most interaction I've had. And I don't know, like, this is gonna go real south for some people.
Like, the thing is, too, is, like, the only people I have been, like, socializing with is, like, my closest friend.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm very comfortable with those people. So, like, I haven't had that in a long time that, like, okay, I have to, like, conversate, like, from being in classes and stuff, like, conversating with people you don't know. That hasn't been a thing in a while.
Yeah.
And, like, I'm not overly concerned, because ultimately I just don't care enough to, like, be concerned about it. But it's for sure, like, it's for sure it's gonna be weird just for me, even still for me getting back into the swing of things.
Another thing is that I rarely shower now. Like, it is a rare thing. Like before, of course, like, you shower, like, once a day. Maybe sometimes twice if you get a real sweat.
Yeah, exactly.
But, like, I wake up, I throw on the same pair of I throw on the same pair of sweatpants, sweatshirt. I'm wearing a grout fit 24/7.
Yeah.
And what's my need to shower?
No,
I sit in my office chair all day watching Professor whoever talk about whatever, and I don't get sweaty from that.
Yeah.
And, like, God forbid, like, I break a sweat trying to do a math problem.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, exactly.
I just, like, I think personal hygiene wise, like, I really just
fell
been
off.
slacking.
You fell off.
Yeah.
I fell off a little bit too. Like, I haven't been going, like, as long as you without the showers.
Well, no, I showered. I worked out the other day, like, in my basement, and then I showered on. No, I didn't. I showered on Wednesday. No, I didn't shower on Wednesday.
What did you shower?
Oh God.
You
When's the
showered.
last time I showered? No, I did shower Wednesday. I showered
Okay.
Wednesday before I went to the Central to pick up pizza.
Oh, okay.
I figured that was a good reason to shower.
Yeah, okay, that is a good reason. But
Yeah.
when was the last time you showered before Wednesday?
Like Saturday.
Yeah, okay, exactly. Like, I've been going, like, 3 days.
Yeah.
But, like, I've also been, like, cutting out the middleman on the whole clothes situation. I've literally just been sitting around in my underwear, like, every day, all day. Like, I'll go downstairs and my mom will be like, put some clothes on. I'm just like, why? Like, why?
There's just no reason.
There's no reason.
I don't gotta see nobody.
I don't have to see anybody.
People on Zoom don't know that I'm smelly.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Come on.
They can't smell me.
Yeah.
Exactly. But, like, personal hygiene has fallen off a cliff.
Mm.
I've been trying to focus on, like, I clean my room. I made it a point. I was like,
There you
okay, I need to clean this place.
Yeah, your room does get messy.
It does get very messy. I'm very bad about it. But I cleaned my room, took a shower. I need to do it for, like, I need to do it not for, like, because when we started going to quarantine, I was like, I don't need a shower anymore. Who am I seeing? And then I'm like, I realized that I start doing it for myself, so I don't start going more insane. Like, because I felt
You need to keep some of your routine.
yeah, exactly. Because it just turned into me waking up and then just grabbing the switch and sitting in bed. And, like, Tuesdays and Thursdays are a mess.
Another thing that during quarantine that I've noticed is that I know you're not a big Instagram guy.
No.
I'm a big Instagram guy just because that's my most followed platform.
Yeah.
But Instagram stories are probably the most annoying thing right now. Everybody is posting everything and all these challenges. There's a couple challenges that I like. Like, there's a student council one that I liked.
Okay.
Where it was like, your favorite energizer, your role model. I was like, oh, that's kind of cute.
Okay.
But, like...
What about the push-up challenge?
Like, the push-up challenge, Matt Leuferman, if you're out there,
if you're watching
Hardo. Hardo for doing pull-ups. Hardo for doing pull-ups. But, like, and everybody posts all the ones that they're tagged in.
Yeah.
So, like, you'll have one person do a
wow.
challenge, but then you'll have 9 stories for that person because they're tagging
them. Wow. Yeah, I don't use Instagram. Like,
yeah.
I use Instagram to post pictures when I go to a concert and post pictures of my girlfriend to make her happy. That's, like, the only 2 uses I use for Instagram. I just never. Well, actually, I like in middle school I had an Instagram with, like, you know, decent followers.
Yeah.
I used it actively.
Okay.
But then, like, I don't know what happened. Like, it got hacked or something. I don't know what happened because, like, years later when I set up this Instagram, I was like, I need to try to log into that old one. And I did forget password and all that. And it was just like some Russian, like, spam page. then, and I was just like, all right, well, they can keep this, and then just got rid of it, and then made my new account that like I think the last post I made was last year, definitely last year. I don't think I made I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? I'm more of a Twitter guy. As you know.
Yeah, I know you. Yeah. So another thing that we've been missing because of quarantine is a big portion of our lives and many people's lives, sports.
Sports, dude.
Sports.
I did not.
Where have sports? I miss it.
I'm
mad.
I've been watching marble races. This is how bad it's been getting. Like,
I was actually gonna ask you, like, what are like some highlights that you've been like watching, like sports highlights?
Dude, the other day I watched I don't know what it is, like once a month I need to watch like Marshawn Lynch highlights. Like I need to watch the beast mode run every once in a while.
Yeah.
It's such like it's electric. But like been watching, me and my dad have actually just been watching this YouTube channel has been live streaming every Bruins game from the 2011 playoff run.
Yeah.
So we've just been watching the entirety of games that happened 9 years ago, like the full thing too.
Yeah, I saw on Instagram yesterday that they were going to show a Brett Favre game.
What?
Well, yeah, a Brett Favre game.
That's crazy.
I know.
Like
they're doing everything.
Yeah, they're like, I did not realize the importance of sport. Like I always knew I loved sports, but I did not realize how important it was to like just my mental stability. Because like when BS happens in the world, going to sports is like the first thing to like get your mind off it.
Yeah.
And then like now there's none of that, and like we're living in a moment now where like everything just kind of sucks.
Yeah. No.
So, like,
everything like, sucks. Nothing's good.
Nothing's
besides
good.
the Chick-fil-A being free.
Yes.
Nothing else.
Nothing else. How have you been coping without sports?
It's hard.
Yeah.
It really is hard. There's one highlight that can give me chills whenever I want to, and I have that in my back pocket, and it's the Jose Bautista for baseball fans. I've showed you this.
Yeah.
The Jose Bautista go-ahead home run. I think it was like in the 7th or 8th where he had that insane bat flip, and just like the horns going off, the camera shaking. I'm like,
he's just standing there looking at it.
Yeah, like that. That's insane. But I've also been watching, to try and cheer me up, a lot of Zion highlights, because I'm a big Zion guy.
Yeah, big Zion.
But not only Zion highlights, when he was in high school, because I think it's hilarious. Like, he's playing with, like, 7-year-old, like, toddlers.
Yeah, in comparison, they look like, I forget, I saw a video on Twitter, and it was literally this kid that, he had to be, like, a freshman or something, because he looked like he was 8, like, literally.
Yeah.
And he was, like, less than half the height of Zion, and he was, like, covering Zion, and Zion literally points him and goes, "Who's man's?" And like it was the funniest thing. Like I gotta get like to that kid that covered Zion. Like, kudos to you. He was like, "I got this." And he didn't. Like Zion got the ball and dunked the ball over him. But kudos to that kid for having the balls to cover.
And like
him.
I was an undersized center.
Yeah.
But like those kids are just like. They're the size of this, like, home.
Literally. It looked like it. In comparison to Zion, like they're probably normal height. They're just standing next to Zion.
Yeah,
They're perfectly normal height.
I actually saw a tweet, and it was like, imagine, like, having a tough day in Algebra 2 and having to guard, like, LeBron James in high school or something like that. Or, like, imagine coming out of geometry and your coach is like, yo, go guard LeBron James. And you're like, well, shit.
Do you think those people that had it like that experience that like watch the NBA now and are like tell their kids, they're like, I locked him up in high school. I
think it's more the fact that like I think it's like I like tried.
Yeah.
They tried.
They tried.
They definitely didn't lock him up. There was no way.
No way.
But like, say you like scored like a layup, like not even against LeBron, like it was a wide open layup.
Yeah.
You're like, I scored against LeBron.
I right over his head.
Right over him. Step back.
Over his, right in his face, dude.
Speaking about basketball, Aiden, my friend from school, brought up this good point. If we weren't in quarantine, I think I'd be a championship. Like, I think I'd be winning a championship.
You'd have a ring.
I would have a ring.
Yeah.
Because my intramural basketball team before we went into quarantine was 3-0, and we arguably played like the other best team in the league.
Yeah.
we were 3-0. And granted, I wasn't like Zion or LeBron.
Yeah,
I was like the D Wade, but like coming off the bench.
You were like the Kyle McCorver.
Yeah, I would just like go in there, I'd shoot a couple threes, maybe miss one, maybe make one, and then I'd be like, all right.
I actually feel like prime Danny Green's a better comparison because you can play defense.
I can play defense.
Like for that, for like this situation.
I gotcha. Yeah, that's a good comparison.
Yeah.
And then, so yeah, shout out to my intramural team. If you guys are out there, we would have won the ship.
Shout out Jokic.
Shout out Jokic for being fat. You know what's weird? I keep thinking, you know what's
anger
weird?
in your voice.
You know what's weird is because I'm angry because every day I get a Reddit notification just from the Nuggets subreddit.
Dude,
I have no clue why.
Yeah, it's like this seems like a community that's made for you, and it's like for me, it's always the 76ers. I always say like, this is a good community for you. One time I got a Lakers one, and I'm like, this algorithm doesn't know me. They have the Sixers and the Lakers, like the two last teams I will ever follow. I will ever give my fandom to.
And also, your mom's calling me. I'm just decline that.
Yeah.
Sorry, Bob.
Yeah.
So another thing somebody wanted me to mention was Dan Bucont. Shout out to Dan.
Shout out Dan.
Shout out Dan. He wanted me to mention some golf. Yeah. And I know you're not a big golf guy, but I think you would find this interesting.
Yeah.
So you know the Tiger-Phil matchup that they had last year?
Yeah.
Where they played each other?
I do remember that.
So this year they're going to do it over again.
Oh, they are?
Yeah, and they're going to raise money for like Corona.
Oh,
and stuff
that's
like that
awesome.
in the Corona efforts. But not only that, I heard in that same tournament they won't be playing Tiger and Phil, but Tom Brady and Peyton Manning are facing off as well. And that got me thinking. What if like GOAT debates were decided by golf matches? Like LeBron and MJ. Of course MJ would win. He's like been retired longer.
And he's like,
or what if like wars were settled by like golf? like George Washington versus like the Redcoats.
Yeah, and like whoever their general was at the time is like, we'll settle this with some golf.
Yeah, like it's a gentleman's game. It's a gentleman's way to win, gentleman's way to lose.
It is. It's hard. It's so if they compete, if Tom and Peyton compete, are they multi-sport athletes now?
Well, I'd argue this: Tom Brady isn't an athlete. He is just not an athlete. That dude runs like a 7'5", 40
He's not on the
dash.
team. We can say whatever we want.
I'm gonna talk shit about Tom Brady so hard.
He's not an athlete.
He's not an athlete at all. I'm more of an athlete than him. My dog is more of an athlete than him.
He just has the arm of a god.
Yeah, he just. He has the arm of a god and the wife of a goddess.
Yeah, literally. Shout out Giselle.
Yeah.
She's a liar.
So yeah, sports, they've been really killing us.
Dude, it's just been terrible without sports. If sports were here, I feel like I'd be fine.
Yeah.
I feel like I'd be
You know what's one thing that we've had though? Music.
Oh, music. Thank God.
Thank God for music.
Thank God for music.
So what have you been like listening to lately?
Okay, well, today, Thundercat's album dropped. I listened to it a little bit last night. So good. So I haven't finished it. So good. There's a skit with Zach Fox in it. I was hoping it would be like another song, like Jesus is the One, or like something like that. But it's just a skit, but it's still funny. Zach Fox is hilarious. Need to listen to the rest of that. But the Gambino album I thought was so good. It's so weird.
I was. Well, it is weird.
You're a fan like the Bonfire Gambino. Yeah. So like this kind of like sucks for you.
It really sucks.
Yeah.
Same thing with Tyler's album, Igor.
Oh, I love.
I know a lot of people I have respect for that album, but it's just an album I don't like.
You just don't like it sonically.
Yeah,
you're just it just doesn't connect. Like the sound, which is fair. Like that's perfectly fair. You don't have to be sorry about that. But other than that, like,
do you think
the Weekend album?
Do you think we're liking music because we're in quarantine? Like, do you think that like we're gonna like music and then we're gonna come out of quarantine? You're gonna hit this song and you're gonna be like, "Oh, I love this song." You're gonna play and be like, "What the fuck?" Like, what was I listening to?
Yeah.
Like, what was my mental state?
Yeah, probably actually because like there's some because the Gambino album's super weird and there's like some songs that it's just like I love right now that are just like sound like mental destabilization.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that'll happen, but like I don't know. I feel like there'll be a while where I will refuse. Like I can't listen to my playlist in the house, like my general playlist, just because there's too much lively music, and I can't listen to, like, I'm just not in the mood to listen to happy music in the slightest.
I've been listening, like, you know, I turned on Plaque's album, like their most recent one.
Right.
I thought it was so good, but that makes it so depressing.
Yeah, exactly.
Same with I started listening to Isaiah Rashad's, like his latest album.
Yeah,
It was like 2016.
Sun's
I really liked it, but it's so depressing. But like that just makes me feel like, well, this is the life we're living in.
No. If you want to even, like, his album before that, Sylvia Demo, is even more depressing. And like one of my favorite albums. I'd definitely give that a listen if you're like looking for something to listen to. That's a great. Anyone listening, Sylvia Demo. One of the top. Me and Adamo's show. It was in my top 10 albums of the decade.
Okay.
So, just to give you a gauge on how much I love that album. Heavenly Father.
One thing I wanted to bring up about music is there's this Instagram account called Rap TV, and they give like all information about rap and stuff like that.
Okay.
They had a bracket, like March Madness, but like with rappers, and it was like a full 64 team bracket.
That's awesome.
It was pretty cool, like the way they did it, and then you would go on like their story to vote for each one.
So it was like a collective thing. It wasn't like because Twitter did that for a while where we were bracketing everything.
Yeah. And
now it's like it turned into like the S tier list on Twitter.
Okay.
Like it kind of revolves like that. But that's cool. Like the group voting thing. That's kind of cool.
But I'll mention there are some things that are just wrong in that bracket.
Oh, okay.
So to give you like the details, in the final, they're in the finals right now. Or they just had them or whatever.
Who's in the finals?
What does that say? Other Ian's depression playlist slaps. Probably talking about Ian Gilson.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, his. I do follow that playlist. That's a great.
That slaps.
That's a great playlist.
Great playlist. If you want another depressing playlist, Train Vibes. I have a Train Vibes playlist. I play it when I go on the train home from Boston.
I listen to Train Vibes.
It's one of those albums where you like just look out the window and just like.
And just think like you're like thinking about like a music video to the song in your head. That's what I do every time in the train.
So, anyways, going back to the rap bracket. In the finals, it's Eminem.
Okay.
Reasonable. He's one of the GOATs.
Yeah. Okay.
He's one of the GOATs.
All right.
And Lil Uzi Vert.
All right. Like that's a little much. Like I'm a self-admitted Uzi fan.
Yeah.
Like I am a Lil Uzi fan.
Yeah.
But like to make it that far, I just disagree with that. But
my dad said, other than the F-bombs, you're doing great.
Thanks, Steve-O.
Thanks, Dad. So let me go through the bracket. So to get to the finals, Eminem beat Travis. And if we're going off like GOAT standards, all
right, to be fair, like I personally like Travis more than Eminem, but to be fair, Travis has like 3-4 projects.
Yeah.
Collectively.
Yeah.
And it's like
you have to respect Eminem.
Yeah, you do. Like I'm not an Eminem fan, but like you have to respect he still had like early 2000s Marshall Mathers LP2, like they're great projects.
So Kendrick also lost to Eminem. I know Kendrick's your favorite artist.
My favorite.
That's why I wanted to bring that up.
That one, alright, like To Pimp a Butterfly is one of the most culturally important hip hop songs ever.
No doubt.
All Right literally caused like a stir.
Yeah.
In society.
Any of his albums.
Yeah, really, it's true. And I get the thing is, because since it's a fan voting thing, Eminem definitely has like a larger fan base than Kendrick. In terms of Kendrick's, I don't know how it is on Instagram, but on Twitter, I know the Eminem fans get blasted a lot, and but the Kendrick fans there's none. I look around, there's no
I think it's harder to listen to Kendrick.
I could see
because Kendrick's more of like a poet, and you have to understand what he's saying.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
and you would enjoy it. Like there's some songs where he has a great job at like making it sound fun, but it's actually like about some like deep like King Kunta. Like it's like a bop, but it's also like listen to the lyrics. It's kind of like oh crap, okay, but I
all right. So going off, we know you don't agree with that. Uzi to get to the final. This is the one that I had a problem. Uzi beat J. Cole. And
you must have
that's where I lost my
it's
shit.
It's like the what's it called? The meme, like the fist meme.
Yeah, like the Arthur meme.
Yeah, Arthur. That's
what it is. Yeah. And there's so much hype around Uzi. I get it, but come on.
Like, all right, I hate.
Balenci.
I don't know how many times in that album he had to talk about sicky kitties. I feel like once every song he said that, and it's just like it's just shocking. But I hate the it's very prominent. Like I can't speak to Instagram, but on the realm of Twitter, it's so prominent. Like
people hype around Uzi.
No, but not even that. People like just crapping on J. Cole, like being like. Dude made a song about being a virgin, and it's like memeing about that stuff.
Yeah,
and it's like okay, but like, come on, like they're like his music's not fun to listen to. I'm like he didn't miss all of last year with a single feature. Like I don't remember the last time he missed with a feature.
Like, arguably one of the greatest albums of all time, Revenge of the Dreamers 3.
Yeah, I think for like in
from
terms
a production
of like
standpoint,
I hit. Oh yeah, like I think it was like very cool seeing the.
If you guys want to watch something cool, if you're big into music, especially like J. Cole or like the Dreamville like label, look up on YouTube. It's like a 30-minute documentary, and it just goes through. It was like the Revenge of the Dreamers 3 documentary. And it goes through how they produced it, I don't want to spoil any of it, but how they produced it, really like cool. All the artists and stuff like that.
It's really cool, because if you know anything about the album, there's so many people that worked on it. But, like, I mean, Cole also, like, you know, like, 2014, Four Souls Drive, like
double platinum, no features, like, all that, like.
He did it for a reason.
Yeah.
So,
Drake, I'm gonna save the best one for last because you'll find it funny.
Okay.
But Drake beat Kanye. That's arguable.
I mean, like
you could say Drake's a better artist, but production-wise, Kanye's better.
Well, I think Drake's better at making music
mainstream.
The general populace wants to hear, whereas I don't agree he's a better art. Like Kanye's like a.
That's what I meant to say.
Yeah,
I meant to say he knows how to make music for the people.
Yeah, I think Kanye is like, if anyone knows who I am, they know I stand Kanye.
Yeah.
Like.
Kanye's one of the goats.
Yeah, like he is, and like I think like I get it though, like because people, you know, Drake's the most popular artist in the world for like one of the most popular artists in the world for a reason. Like I could see like I'm not as mad about that one because I can like see that. Yeah.
No, Kanye's.
Yeah, like
I meant to say like Drake makes music for the mainstream.
For the mainstream.
Mainstream. But when Drake beat Kanye, you're like, all right, Drake has to go all the way if he beat Kanye.
Yeah, like honestly,
he lost to Uzi.
That's just sinister, man. Like, that's just not right.
Like, I swear to God. You know who else lost to Uzi?
Who?
Jay-Z.
Jay-Z lost to. I
was going through like the bracket. Mind you guys, this isn't my bracket. This is like everybody who contributed.
Yeah.
Jay-Z had the closest like wins losses. Like he got to like the second or third round or something like that.
Yeah.
Each thing came with like 3% of him winning.
Holy crap.
That's people just don't know about Jay-Z.
No, people don't listen to Jay-Z.
Yeah.
No, people no one listens to Jay-Z. Like, it's just I remember when I first started listening to Jay-Z, it was because Battlefield came out and they had 99 Problems as the trailer song. I'm like, I love this song.
Yeah.
So I YouTubed it, and then I started like going down a whole Jay-Z binge. But like, no, kids just don't listen to Jay-Z anymore. Like, no one does. Like, no, like I honestly don't know. Like, I don't know any young people, so like I don't even know if they're listening to like older hip hop, like 90s hip hop.
No.
Like, I don't think they
I'm
are.
glad.
I really don't
I'm
think
glad
they
the
are.
first hip hop I listened to was 90s hip hop.
Yeah, same. Like the first album I listened to, rap album I listened to, was Enter the 36 Chambers. I'm a huge Wu-Tang fan, always will be. And like I started off listening to these older rappers.
Yeah.
Like that's where I started. And while they're not like my all-time favorites. Well, I guess like Kanye, you can kind of count as an older artist. He started in the 2000s.
He did start late.
He started 2 decades ago. But I don't know. I just find it more as no one listens to the people voting on that bracket are not like the demographic that listen to Jay-Z.
Way.
That's the problem.
Yeah, no, the demographic that listen to Lil Uzi.
Yeah, exactly.
So another one that I found. This one's a little. I didn't like this one. Meek lost to Quavo. Meek.
That's like a. All right,
like Quavo's definitely hot. Like he comes up, like he has like all the hooks in like the cultures and stuff like that.
And like,
but Meek has he has some stuff to talk about.
Yeah, it's that Dreams and Nightmares, but like Dreams and Nightmares in of itself should put him over Quavo.
Yeah, easily.
Like Dreams and Nightmares should have put him in like the 3rd round in of itself.
No,
that
like,
one
if you want a song, like if you're going like the way I use it is like lifting and like weightlifting and stuff.
Yeah.
If you want to hit like 15 more pounds on your max lift, listen to Dreams and Nightmares when the beat drops, and I promise you will.
Yeah. Also, like, I respect Meek so much because how like politically active he is, and I think that's very important. And that's like an important image to put out for young people listening to his music. And like he speaks so much on it. Like people don't really focus on it because like the songs of his that get popular are like the bangers, but he speaks a lot on like societal problems, things about growing up in the hood and stuff like that. And it's just super important to like gain like some like insight as someone that has no idea where he's coming from. It's important to understand how these people feel. Yeah, and he does like Quavo doesn't do any of that.
So, and the last one that I wanted to bring up is we don't even have to talk about this.
Okay.
So in the bracket they were listed like 1 to 16 seeds and stuff like that. I'm just gonna flip the page right now, but I'm gonna say it. NBA YoungBoy was a 1 seed. Yeah. NBA YoungBoy was a 1 seed in that. Mind you, in the same bracket, I believe Kendrick was in that bracket. He was the 3 seed.
What?
And I believe who was the 2? I think it was like Roddy Ricch or something like that.
He was the 2 seed. Like that's the thing though. Like that's also a reason why. Like one of the reasons because I use Twitter like a lot for like news stuff to see when like music's dropping and stuff. And like also to like conversate on fandom and music, and I just feel like Instagram, like for these hip hop pages, are largely, unless you're following like a Kendrick Lamar fan page, like these are general are people that like loved 6ix9ine and stuff, and I just don't gel. I just don't gel with that audience. Like that's just not the music I listen to. I don't need to go into it, but like.
I
Young Boy's a 1 seed, dude. That's so funny.
And he lost to 21 Savage.
He lost to 21? Yeah, I mean,
he should, but like that was like the 2nd round.
That's so funny. That's so funny, man.
So going back to music, going back to Drake. Drake's ugly looking baby came about.
All right.
That thing.
Like the kid. It looks just like his mother.
It's Steph Curry. It's Steph Curry. As a baby.
Yeah, I love all the people that like that's not his kid that like never learned anything about genetics. And it's like look at Drake's mom. Like it literally looks like his mom. Like did you not learn a thing? I don't want to like speak too poorly on the poor kid. I will say like they gotta teach that kid how to breathe through his nose because every picture he was catching flies But like, here's the thing.
Do you think Drake didn't want to take out the baby because it didn't have his beard yet?
Yeah, I think he didn't. But to be serious though, I think he didn't want to bring up the baby because of what happened. But I'm super glad he did it because I was like because when all the Pusha stuff happened when we found out, at least when I found out Drake, because I guess this was like a rumor for a while that Drake had a kid. That he just wasn't being the father to. Yeah. And it's sad. That sucks in any scenario. And I'm glad to see him being like raising the kid. That's good. Overall, I'm happy he did it.
Oh yeah,
and
that like imagine like being like a kid grows up and they get to like school and whatnot, and then your kid comes home and he's like, "Hey mom, I have a play date with Drake's son."
Literally,
you're like, okay,
yeah,
or like stuff like that.
Yeah, like it's I do like the meme, like some of the memes making fun of the kid are hilarious.
It reminds me of like a Baby Yoda type of deal.
Yeah,
like the meme could transpire into a Baby Yoda.
Yeah, like here's the thing, like that kid, like I feel like down high, like people are making fun of this kid because they know that kid's just gonna grow up and just like
be hated on.
No, not even be hated.
So.
Like not be hated. Like he's gonna grow up and just be like. Just being Drake's son, he's worth more than any of us ever will be.
Oh yeah,
he's gonna like and like it's just a like hatred.
Oh, however, speaking about worth,
oh god,
no, the unemployment thing.
Oh,
I did not know. My dad was like, hey, apply for unemployment because you can't get a job right now, and like you can work while you're in school, and like I did have a job in the wintertime. So, like, I was going to say, and I was supposed to get a co-op in the summer.
Yeah.
But when you go for unemployment, I reckon a lot of people do this, is you go to unemployment, you hit a box that says, I can't work due to COVID-19. I got some money. I got some money.
I'm going to, I like, when...
I reckon people do that. It's free money.
It's free money. Well, I mean, it's, yeah.
You have to pay taxes on it.
We're paying tax for it, but it's like also, like, if you have, like... I'm gonna hold off on doing that just for a little bit, but like,
I mean,
if it gets rough,
yeah.
Like if I
got a decent amount of money too. I told you.
Yeah. You don't like you don't have to say it. Maybe,
yeah, no,
like,
I'm not gonna say it. But like, it was a decent.
It's a good amount of money.
Yeah.
It's a good amount
sure.
of like, and it's like not enough to the point where I'm like Jack. But it's like,
yeah.
You know, like if you got like a lot of money, I'd be like, dude.
If I get over like 10 grand, like, that would have been
a problem. That would have been a problem.
Yeah.
Like you would have been like, I think I have to call somebody. Like, 'cause this is wrong. Like, but I mean, like, and also like Wentworth was like, we're gonna pay, all our work study students 2/3 of the regular paycheck still. I'm like, sick. Haven't gotten that.
Oh.
So I called and I'm like, when's that coming in? And they're like, oh, you should have got it. I'm like, well, I didn't. They're like, do you have your like your direct deposit? I'm like, yep. And they're like, let me check the system. I'm like, oh yeah, it's right here. Not sure why I went in. I'm like, okay, like, is it gonna? And they're like, I'm not sure. I'm like, okay.
They're like,
yeah, literally, like they just spit on my face. Like I'm just like thanks, like that, like that's where it ended. I'm like, and like it literally ended with like a 5-second silence. And he's like, is there anything else I can help you with? I'm like,
oh my God.
No, I'm good.
Like, well, before we get back into Wentworth, shout out to Ariel. She sent me a bunch of questions that me and Ian can talk about real quick. Shout out Ariel.
I don't know who you are, but shout out.
So what's your so favorite thing to do in the fall?
Favorite thing to do in the fall? I went with Emily last year, first time. I went apple picking, and like I never went apple picking before. I like that. Like,
really?
You know why? Because I like the scooper thing. You know, like the
I've never been apple picking.
Oh wow, dude! So they have like this, like it's just like it's like as long as a defense like lacrosse pole. Okay. But the head is like this metal basket that has like these things jutting down, so that you can put it up.
Oh, and just break it down?
And like put it down and it falls in. But like the fun part, I found like we were deep into like orchard, and I'd scoop them, but you could like apples. You could, like,
so you were just flinging them?
Well, like there's apples on the. I wouldn't pick apples off the tree and throw them. That's disrespectful as hell. But like there'd be ones on the floor, like ground already. The floor on the ground already, and I'd scoop them up, and I'd just be like, check this out, and then just throw it, and like watch it, just go. And I was like,
did you ever hear somebody say like, "Ow"?
No, because it was in the woods.
Oh,
like,
okay.
If I heard someone say, "Yeah," I would have sprinted the other direction. I'd be like,
but
apple picking is real fun.
My favorite thing to do with the fall is freeze my ass off at the beach, because I think that it's still like summer, but when it's actually fall, I go there with like friends or whatever, and we're just like chilling.
Yeah.
And I totally freeze,
Oh,
but
yeah,
I love it. Because it makes me feel like I'm still in summer.
Because you're like, I'm at the beach. Nothing's changing.
Yeah.
Seasons aren't changing. Because it's like, it's 60 degrees, but then you go to the beach and it's 40.
Yeah, exactly. Like, the temperature difference is insane.
It's insane.
What's better, Triscuits or Wheat Thins?
Wheat Thins.
I'm gonna go Wheat Thins.
I'm gonna go Wheat Thins.
Wheat Thins because when I went to Eric Jacobson's house, when I was living there practically all junior year, we had 3 sources of food. It was Wheat Thins, Cheez-Its, and pancakes.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think Wheat Thins.
I always just grew up with Wheat Thins.
Yeah.
Like when we got like those, we very.
Triscuits are dry too.
Yeah.
Triscuits are a different type of dry.
They're different. Like they're the dry where it's like you eat 3 of them and you need it's like saltine cracker dry.
Yeah.
Like where it just takes all the water out of your mouth.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know.
Is it okay for people to ask if Pepsi is okay? I'm not a big Coke guy.
All right, I like Coke. I'll say this from like a Coke's man, not like that. Coke TM.
Okay.
Coke guy perspective. We're just gonna move past that. Yeah, it's fine. I'm not like people get so rattled. Like they're like, no, it's not okay. I'm like, what do you mean? Yeah. Like I go to a restaurant and because I worked in service, so like. We had Coke products, so no one ever asked for Pepsi. I think like one table out of like a whole time I worked at Friendly's, for you that don't know, someone asked for Pepsi, and I was like, what? And so like I don't mind if you got Pepsi, it's the same. Yeah. To me, it's the same thing.
This is a different. What colors would be in our friendship bracelet?
That's hard.
I think green because green everywhere you look there's green.
Green's my favorite color, so perfect.
Green's everywhere you look, and also, like we're always together. Like at school, like we're always together. Yeah, like we live with each other.
Yeah, we.
Like I think green's everywhere.
Green is everywhere.
I think
cash rules everything around me.
Green with the money.
$dollar bills, y'all.
All right. I think blue.
Blues.
I like blue.
We could do like a cool color bracelet. So like all the it could get some more purple in there.
Yeah, I like purple.
Yeah.
I like purple.
All right, so so those are our colors.
Yeah.
Perfect.
All right. Thoughts on the color salmon? I don't mind it.
I don't mind it. I would like.
I used to have salmon shorts, but then they got bleach on them. So now I don't have salmon shorts.
I wish I had the self-confidence to pull off salmon. I really wish I do. One day.
You'll get there.
I'll get there. I'd wear pants.
However, we did talk about this once. I don't like maroon. Maroon can just go.
I like maroon on clothing.
Really?
I
think maroon is just a wannabe red.
Yeah, we talked about this, and you said this, and I was shocked.
Maroon on clothing is fine.
Yeah, but just in general, I'm not like a maroon guy, but I have maroon pants I really like. But when you said maroon's red, my whole life, I was like, maroon's a purple. So when you said that, I was like, it was
I think it's a red.
We looked it up, and I think you were right.
Okay.
We looked it up, and you were right. But I've always viewed maroon as like a
purple.
I've always viewed it as like a slightly more red purple.
Okay.
So I was like, that makes sense, but I thought it was primary purple, and my whole world was shattering. The bedrocks of my life.
All right. Best superhero.
Best superhero.
I know yours.
Yeah, Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
I love Spider-Man.
For me, I like Batman.
Batman's cool.
Batman's cool. I'm gonna go with Batman.
Batman's cool.
Or Captain America.
Captain, you just
But I think Batman, just because he's rich.
Yeah, he's rich. He's a billionaire. Gets the ladies.
Has cool stuff.
Has just whatever you want.
An Alfred. You get Alfred.
You get an Alfred.
Yeah, I love Alfred.
You walk through these holes.
All right. Destination vacation. Is that like Trivago?
I don't know. That's hard.
No, that's Hotel Trivago.
Oh yeah. I don't. There's so many places I want to travel. When I graduate, pay off all my debt. So when I'm 35, I want to travel a lot. So I don't know. I feel like I need to go to Brazil.
Brazil.
Yeah, I feel like I need to go there.
I'm gonna say, I don't know. Aaron said Japan was pretty cool.
Oh, I want to go to Japan too.
Japan would be kind of cool.
Japan's cool.
There or Greece.
Yeah.
But something like that.
Yeah.
Favorite cereal?
This is hard. This is really.
I have one. I've been eating one cereal since high school.
What is it? You go.
Crave.
Crave?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember you.
However, you know what I did notice this year?
What?
I didn't have cereal once at school.
I also noticed that you were like never.
I just didn't have cereal.
I think it was because you drank up all the milk at the other place.
I have no milk.
Yeah, you'd wake up in the morning and be like, I have to buy more milk. I think that was the problem.
Yeah.
But I go through like cycles of what I want.
Okay.
I'd say the most consistent cereal is like Reese's Puffs.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna choose Reese's Puffs.
Yeah, it's like the go-to.
Yeah.
Me.
Okay.
So,
Worst hairdo that you've had?
I'd say from 3rd till 9th grade, when I just never cut my hair.
I'm gonna say, yeah, I'm gonna say it. I'm like Flo. The Flo.
Well, your hair looks so great now. Like it's like, it's like.
But not only the flow.
Because you had the like.
I had the flow, but then I had the chin strap. It just,
oh yeah.
I was ugly. I was just so ugly.
The flow, dude.
Yeah.
That's
But like, I may need to go back to that because like the last time I got a girlfriend was when
what
I
the
had
flow. When you
like,
had flow. You got like I'm sorry.
I'm not saying it, but
this is missed.
yeah, this is most definitely missed. And best holiday is the last question.
Oh, that's it. I mean, everyone's just so happy around Christmas.
Christmas.
Like, I gotta go Christmas.
I mean, like, I don't know if it's a holiday, but it's my birthday, Valentine's Day.
Oh, okay. So, so you get to pick your birthday without picking your birthday. That's kind of
funny. But other than that, I'm gonna say like Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving.
I love Thanksgiving too.
Yeah,
I just
so
like
much food.
I just like the holidays where like
people
are happy.
Yeah,
like
for sure.
Like St. Patty's Day when like my family had parties.
St. Patty's Day in college.
Oh well, like in college it's different, but like in like with family, no one's happy.
Yeah.
Easter, my grandma's happy. Like
and the Easter bunny.
And that Easter bunny. And like the little kids running around for
Sam said 4th of July. I always forget about 4th of July.
Wow.
That is an underrated holiday.
That is a very underrated holiday. I think that's an S tier holiday.
Oh,
At least A tier. At least A tier.
Yeah.
It's hard because like Christmas and Thanksgiving are definitely S tier.
It depends how your 4th of July is spent. Because like normally your Thanksgiving is spent with like family and it's usually like a yearly thing.
Yeah.
4th of July changes every year.
Oh yeah, you can. Yeah, it does.
So I think it's year to year if it A tier or S tier.
I think it completely depends on like where you're at.
Oh yeah,
like,
no, definitely.
If like for me, 4th of July is a failure if you don't see fireworks. It's a
it's complete. Like no matter how cliche fireworks are, like I need to see fireworks.
You have to. It's like part of being an American.
Yeah.
Like it is.
Yeah.
Like it is. Like you have.
Like it's about life, liberty, and the pursuit of seeing fireworks on 4th of July.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what their forefathers fought for.
All right. And so the thing that I told you.
Oh, yeah.
This is our last segment.
I need to get the
thank
list
you
out
for
on
the
my phone.
6 people who ended up watching this. There's probably more throughout who came and
I
went.
need my phone for
But
list.
oh yeah. So for this last part, I told Ian. So each show I'm gonna have you know what I came up with a name for?
Yeah.
I called it the Filet of 5.
You're so great with like these like it's the analogies and the names for things.
Filet of 5.
You always get.
We'll
move on.
Filet 5. Filet 5.
Filet of 5. I think
Filet of
is
5.
Really good.
All right. So but mind you, if Chick-fil-A was to ever come out with like a 4 for $4 or a biggie bag, they should call it the Filet of 5.
Yeah. Oh, and you could sue.
I could sue.
You could sue.
I'm calling it right. Trademark.
Copyright.
Trademark. It's on camera. You guys hear that? All right. So so the Filet of 5 is just gonna be like a top 5 or whatever like subject I give my guest, and we'll both just like go through our top 5, not ranked, but just like the top 5 things. So since me and Ian both went to Wentworth, or still go to Wentworth, but not anymore at the moment.
Well, we've switched to University
of Phoenix.
Wentworth edition.
I told him to give me the top 5 most annoying things that somebody could do, or
like
top 5 most annoying things at Wentworth in general.
Yeah, just things that happen around campus.
Yeah. So
like,
I'll let you start, and then we'll go back and forth.
Yeah. Okay.
I have my 5.
All right. So, I'll start with like the most meh one I have. This one's like not that big of a deal, but like whatever. I hate how people, like a lot of people, use the library as like a social spot.
Yeah.
I really don't like that. Like I don't like going to the library. Like and just, like people are just messing around and stuff. Like,
oh yeah.
Like I'm like
the people who watch like sports games in like the study rooms.
It's
I'm like,
that's not...
bro, I have a 2 tests tomorrow.
There's literally I've seen people like watching an episode of like The Bachelor or something. There's like 50 people in the study room. I'm like, get a TV.
Oh, it's good.
Are we live?
Are we live? Yeah.
We didn't realize there's a time limit.
I'll wait for people to come back in here. Hello?
Hello?
Hold on, we're telling more followers you to join your video.
I had no idea that.
I had no idea.
I thought little Boosie just sat on this all night. I thought that's what he did. Huh. If you want any of those tenders or anything, be my guest. I'm dumb. Interesting. We can dance if you want to. I like the various boxes. Fuck it, we'll just go.
We'll continue. The show must go on.
The show must go on.
Oh, shit. The bag.
Oh. Come on.
Whatever.
We'll just go.
Alright, so, the thing that I had was, when people use their debit card in BD when they pay for food. I hate it. Especially when I'm just, like, trying to get, like, a short meal to, like, go to class.
Yeah, like, you're trying to go.
I hate it.
I know.
Because it takes forever.
It takes forever.
For some reason, it takes forever.
Well, because also, like, the job sucks, I get it, but the cashier lady's always, like... like, it's never a quick process with them. Which is fine, whatever.
Yeah.
But, okay, I need it with my list again, I forgot. So, having a fire station in our campus.
Yeah.
That one.
I didn't think about
that. Yeah, that, like, I don't know how many times it's like 2 in the morning. I'm like drifting, you know, like when you start drifting off to sleep and you know, and you're like just.
Yep.
And then I just hear.
Because that's the sound. That's the sound.
It's literally the sound.
Because it's literally right outside our door.
It's outside the window.
Go on your live real quick. I want to see if it's like up.
Oh yeah, facts. That's a good idea. What is that? Oh yeah, it's live. It's live.
Okay.
Cool.
Alright, that's a good one.
Yeah.
For sure. I had a classic one of the guard asked to see your ID.
Oh,
I'm like, come on, man.
I didn't think about that.
I'm like, come on, man. Like, I live here.
Yeah.
You know I live here. You see me every day.
You see me literally.
Every day.
Every day.
And I'm like, alright.
Alright.
Whatever.
We'll give, like, yeah. Feel the need to yell in the alleyway between Tudbury and 555 at like 3 in the morning.
Yeah, no, that's annoying.
Like on a weekend.
It's funny when we do it.
It's funny when we do it because we do it on like a weekend.
Yeah.
Like when it's like, okay, you have nothing tomorrow morning. So if I like bother you while you're asleep, I don't know what to tell you. Like it's Saturday.
Yeah.
So,
like come on.
Like why are you sleeping? It's 11:30 right now anyway.
Nerd.
But like a weekend, they'll just scream.
It sucks.
It's
nice. My third one is I had any elevator besides 555.
Yeah.
Sucks. Absolute
sucks.
Booty.
Tudbury. God
Sucks.
awful. 610. Oh my god.
I want to just smash my head against the elevator. Because every time I step foot in any elevator at Wentworth, I have to leave at least like 5 minutes before, like 5 minutes extra time just to take an elevator.
Yeah, literally. And it's the elevators.
Tough.
Sorry. Alright, so which ones did I not go over? Oh, so the people that fly to classes on their motorized skateboards and just like weave.
Yeah,
like
they're like some Adrian Peterson. Like,
who
weaving
do you
through
think
the
you
line.
are? Like, I don't know how many times where like I've been looking at my phone, look up to a man flying straight at me, and last second, he decides to turn.
Yeah,
and I'm like, and I don't know how many times I've seen dudes do that and wipe out, and I don't feel bad for you.
No, I don't. I really don't.
I'll give a shout out to the motorized skateboard users who go at a normal pace until they get to the parking lot.
Yep,
go on the parking lot where no one is, and then speed up.
Yeah.
Those people, I have no problem with you. But if you have a motorized skateboard and you're going as fast as you can, weaving through people,
I get scared sometimes.
I get scared. Like, if he hits me, I would be on the ground and be in pain for days. Like, I'm going to feel it for days, and I don't want to go through that.
Yeah, no, for sure. Number 4 is the wind tunnel between our C4 and the Master building, because that wind tunnel makes me freeze to death whenever it's wintertime and I'm walking back from like the gym or something like that.
Dude, to the gym is the worst.
Yeah.
To the gym is the worst because you're not like sweating yet.
Yeah.
So it's just blowing through you. The way back is not too bad because I'm like.
But it just gets so windy.
It's the most windy.
I like fall over.
Yeah,
like
no,
I like have to like step back.
I remember one time I was like holding my hat, literally holding my hat, and then like I was holding it like with one hand, and it still flew off my hat. I was like, "What do I have to do, Boston? What do I have to do to keep hold of this thing?" All right, so for my last one, and it might be your last one too. This is a pretty big one, a pretty big problem we had. The laundry machine lottery.
Oh, I didn't think about the laundry machines at all.
Really?
But
Wow.
You
had it the worst too. You had it the worst.
I spent like within like a 2-week span. I spent like $15 trying to do
no
that.
more than like 15 because there's one time you spent 12.
Yeah.
And then the next time you had to spend $9.
Yeah, it was absurd.
It was absurd. It was absurd. It's so bad. Like, all right, so I guess we'll explain it. Is that like there's no system to it. The laundry machines, like, all right, so the washers are usually fine. Like they just get your clothes wet, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But the dryers, they go in and out of working, and it's never like consistent. So if you the key is to like find one that's warm still. You're like, okay, this one.
Oh yeah.
That's the key.
That's the key.
If you can't, you're just taking a guess.
Or if there's a lint.
If there's lint too, because that means somebody's using it.
Yeah.
But like they just stop working. So I don't know how many times like you put a load of laundry in, put it in the dryer, start it, come back, your clothes are still like soaking. You only know the reason.
And it's the same size each time.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's
like it could be perfectly dry one week. The next week you come back, there's still swamp.
Yeah, exactly. We had on our whiteboard in the common room. We had a list of like dryers that work and dryers that don't work.
Yeah.
So like before I go, I'd be like, okay, see if any of these ones are open. Avoid these ones. Got it. But then like even still, sometimes you use one of the ones on the good list and it would dry it, and that's when we take it down off the list. And it was the worst.
The last one that I have is when you're walking across like the train tracks.
Okay.
You look at the conductor looks at you, and they still honk.
Oh,
like the big air horn, and I'm like, I look at them, they look at me, and they're like, I'm like, don't do it. Don't do it. And they're like,
that's a good one.
And I'm like,
that's a good one.
Like,
yeah.
I get so, like, it's like, why? Like, I see you. You see me. You see me stopping or going, like, to go past. I'm not going to be an idiot and try to, like, time it.
We got so used to having to deal with crossing 2 lanes of traffic and 2 lanes of trains.
And then 2 more lanes of traffic.
Yeah, like, we got used to that. That is the worst.
Yeah.
It's so stupid.
It really is.
It's so stupid. I don't know how, like, and I don't know how many times I've seen, like, the motorized skateboard group eat crap going over those tracks. Like, oh, yeah. Oh, I'll make it. I got my longboard wheels on this thing. I'm going to make it right over. And then I just clap up the ground.
Yeah. But yeah, that's my It's my fillet of 5.
That's my fillet of 5 as
So,
well.
thank you, Ian, for joining
It was
me
a
on
pleasure.
the first episode of the Weekly-Fil-A.
Yeah, Weekly-Fil-A.
I'm your host, Jack A, on the Weekly-Fil-A.
Did you think about that?
Oh, I thought about that like a moment before this. Thanks for tuning in for like the 5 people who did. I'll post this like under my Instagram or something. Hope to see you guys next week on next week's Weekly-Fil-A.